Look at the state of that away form. Just look at that. I mean, that is bad, isn't it? Not a single clean sheet away from home all season, including Leeds. I mean, oh dear. Home form, on the other hand, ha. I mean, we've lost a few, but still, that's very good, isn't it? And we join you back today. Hello, viewers. Welcome back. It's Dr. Veg FM. Let's re-engage with time and dates and calendars. Since we last met then, in the 2-2-2-2-2-2 episode that we had recently, Stoke and West Ham it was, we've played 4 matches, 2 wins, 1 draw, and a heavy away defeat, because of course it was. 3-0 win over Hull City. That was the first one then. Velasco, Ben-Hur and Rowney giving us the win. Very convincing performance against Hull City, I must say. Hello there. Tottenham, 1-0 victory, again, Ben-Hur with the goal. I actually thought Tottenham were having a much better season. If you take a look at the league table very quickly, you will see, along with my eyes, that they're down in 8th position. I think they were even 9th when we played them. So that's actually not as good as I had thought originally. And a 1-0 win, Ben-Hur, of course, getting the goal because he's Ben-Hur. A 3-3 against Wolves. Oh, that one hurts a little bit. We were 3-1 up in that game and we binned it completely. Hutchinson got injured very, very early on. We brought on Sommer. Played really well, and then all of a sudden it just fell to bits within 4 minutes, and Wolves levelled it. Not ideal. They're the best of the game, to be fair to them. And then a 5-1 demolition from Liverpool. Oh dear, they just 4-0 after like 20. What was it? It was 37 minutes. It was not good. We scored in the 90th. Consolation. They've got a player out front called Dabber, Roberto Dabber. I've never done it. I'm not going to start now. So 5 games to go. City, Southampton, Burnley, Watford and Middlesbrough. And today, viewers, hold a team meeting. Sam Quinn, he thinks it would be a good idea to hold a team meeting so we can give the players some words of encouragement ahead of our next Premier League fixture as we can mathematically avoid relegation. Let's do it. Talk about survival chances. Everyone's happy to see us do well in the league. Right then, what do you say? I think we say we've done really well to be 1 win away of securing safety. Give it your all out there and complete the job. We are playing City though, so this might be difficult. I'll calmly say it anyway, and most of them actually like it. Okay, good. Yep, get out of there with good morale intact. That is actually quite good. Well done, me. I was looking at our wages recently. The disparity between the highest paid and the lowest paid is a disgrace, really. No wonder Ben-Hur wants to leave. I mean, the cheapest, best signing ever in Premier League history? I think so. He's been on $5,000 every week. He's got a few goal bonuses, but it's pretty ridiculous. He's now worth his buyout for the first time ever, so that's nice. And he's once again changed his ethnicity because FM18. Right, let's put it back into the normal view and run you through the team for today's game. So then, let's change Sommer back to the inside forward. We were playing Altidore against Liverpool. Reed then will be in goal for this one. Ike, Patterson and Katie will be at the back. Emma back still out injured. Not too far away from coming back, actually. Could play next game. Probably won't risk him that early on. No Pierre, of course, at left back. Velasco and Jimenez in the centre with Williams behind Ben-Hur. As I mentioned, Sommer on one side. Rowney on the other. Rowney, by the way, has had a pretty good season all in all. 6 goals, 7 assists. Had a really good year last year. Step up to the Premier League. Not a fantastic average rating, but has certainly contributed to this season. So thank you, Oscar. Ben-Hur's got 21 in 32. Very solid. I'd have taken, start the season, 20 goals, I'd have taken it. Right, then we're starting off attacking as we come up against Manchester City. It's tomorrow, so good planning from me there. The sun will come out every day. It's so hot. This is quite exciting, actually. Wright has just told me, David Wright, head of youth development. He's told me that there's improvements on both Sommer and Ben-Hur. Sommer is actually contracted for a while yet, so this is good news for us. Either we sell him on this summer, or we keep him and basically he's the Ben-Hur replacement. But he's continuing to develop quite nicely. Ben-Hur, of course, developing. I mean, it's good for him, not good for me, but it's good for him. Right then, we've played City 5 times, never beaten them. 1 draw in there, 4 defeats. Not ideal. Most of those, by the way, I should say, are friendlies, but even so, they beat us most times. So here we go then. Thames versus Manchester City at the Riverbank. We're very good at home. Bear that in mind. So this could be an upset. And of course, we're trying to survive in the Premier League in our opening season. Let's face it, we're quite high up right now, so it'd have to be quite the collapse if we weren't to stay up now. It's still possible. Let's not rule it out. All right, they've got when you recognise players from a team that you don't actually manage, that's a problem. Some of you might recall Sebastian Musat, the left winger Romanian, that I really wanted to sign on a free transfer at one point. Never happened. Went to Corinthians and ended up at Manchester City. He's now worth 60 million. And this guy up front, Englishman, John Walker, he's spending time in the 21s. He could probably play for the senior team. Okay, then here we go. Thames City. Let's get it. All right, we're in the blue. They are in it's almost a maroon. It's a little bit where Aston Villa, West Ham, if you know what I'm saying. Burnley, one of those. Whereas we're Thames. These are Thames colours now. No other club matches what we wear. So there you are. All right, well, I mean, there's a highlight at the start of the game, which usually ends by now, but Walker, the dangerous Englishman, powers forward. We're starting attacking. Now, the reason for this is that I feel like we sit back too often in these games. We do sit... What do you do now, then? Do you just sort of keep going? Keep going. Problem is, when the big teams have beaten us, they haven't just beaten us, they have punched us in the face repeatedly until we cried. All right, we've got some possession there. Ben-Hur, as he just dribbles it into a... Ball played forward, Walker's in on goal. Could be 2 for City here. Good save from Sam Reed. And out it goes. Forward again, City. 14 minutes gone. This could get ugly really quickly. I'm hoping that actually what happens is we score now. Like, very quickly, get a goal back in the game. That ball forward isn't the worst, actually, as Williams finds Ben-Hur. Now the counter-attack could be happening. You can see we're flooding bodies forward. That pass from Ben-Hur is a little bit... It slows down what was looking to be quite an exciting attack. We go all the way out to Sam Reed now. And this ball forward's got to be good. Otherwise, we could be facing another counter-attack. Luckily, Patterson reacts quickest. Rowney gets there. Our passes aren't accurate, but we're getting on the end of them somehow as Velasco gets it. Plays it into Jimenez, and we lose out eventually. And this is where City could be dangerous. That ball there, that diagonal is so dangerous against us. It hurts us so often. I hate it. I hate that diagonal. Another throw in for City. 20 minutes gone here, and well, they're applying pressure, it's fair to say, but we've got to try and get out of our own air half a little bit more as they go on this left-hand side. Ball played in. Well... That wasn't well defended, was it? It's an own goal. It definitely wasn't well defended. The problem is, this just suggests that we should have defended it. In actual fact, we slide it into our own goal. 2-0 down. Well, we're forward again. The thing is, right, and I've said this loads of times before, but in the current state that we're in, sitting back and defending and trying to hold on to sort of a 0-0 and scrape through, it just won't work against these really good teams because they just score loads of goals. We're going defensive. Right, do you know what we're going to do instead then, viewers? We're going to change this up completely. We're going to play short, retain possession passing, but at the same time, play very defensively and just sit deeper and say, go on then, give it more disciplined. Go on then, beat us, and we'll see if this works, shall we? 29 points is what Hull are on right now. So we could actually lose today and still be okay. But, I mean, it'd be ideal if we could get a point from this game. It's not happening, is it? I don't know why I'm saying it like, oh, just stay tuned. It couldn't. No, it's not happening. If anything, they're going to score again here. We're 31 minutes in. This is what Liverpool did to us. I didn't enjoy it then, and I'm not enjoying it now. We're getting absolutely trounced. Question is, what do you say to the boys? Do you just encourage now? I'll just encourage. Come on, it's all right. Don't worry. Everyone's playing rubbish. All right, I think I know what the strategy here is. There's only one thing you can do. So it's half-time. It's 4-0 to City. They've been pretty dominant. We're going to aggressively say, not happy with the performance. They're fired up, and now we're going to make a change. Casper's going to come on for Williams to just sit in that spot there, just as a ball winner. Just ball win. All right, let's see. Second half, things can only get better. Rowney on that left side, looking dangerous if he can get it into the centre. Beats his man. Can he play it into Ben-Hur? Goes back to Sommer, who was at the bar. Made a sub at centre-back. That's probably going to help. Sommer in the area. Pull it back. Rowney. Hello. Come back, King. Is it on? We're more defensive than ever before. So since I've switched to this, we're actually 1-0 up. Don't score again. This is the situation we're in now. I don't want us to score because it makes me look stupid. Into Velasco, into Casper, Jimenez, Ben-Hur. Playing some nice stuff. All of a sudden, Jimenez again. Back to Ben-Hur, Casper. We're going to score again, aren't we? I can sense it now, viewers. Somewhere into Ben-Hur, who's... Yay! 2-0. 2-0 to us after the change. I mean, sensible me is winning 2-0. Normal me, no. Losing 4-0 still. I mean, this from Ben-Hur is pretty audacious. Just bangs it in. He loves a banger in the top corner, in yeah. Oh, I don't have a highlight after the goal, because that suggests we might do it again. The highlights continuing, and Sommer, he's lost it. Drat. All right, City forward again. Musat on this left-hand side. Ball played in. Headed clear, sort of. I mean, we're sort of back in this. It's a bit strange. Soto plays it back out to Cortez on that side. Ball played in, and I don't know how to feel. We've been much better. We've still conceded. We'll go to the counter-attack, see if we can get another goal. But as things stand then, we are... Ooh. We're 13 points clear with 4 to go. So I think, despite losing 5-2, which it's not a good result, I think we might be safe anyway. Let's find out. I mean, at the end of the game, we've had more shots and more possession. and lost 5 to... Well, but a bit bizarre, isn't it? All right, I've told them I can't follow the performances. Look, we've got some games coming up. The next 4 games are very winnable, starting with Southampton, which is more winnable than the games we've just played. So, I guess we'll find out. This is going to be interesting to see if we can now have a good end to the season and finish as high as possible, because the money, I guess we'll look at that very quickly. If we take a look at the rules, the money for how high you finish in the Premier League is quite different. If you finish 15th, it's 11 million. Towards 10th, you're looking at 10 million more, and like 22 million-ish, 21 million. So, the higher you can finish, the better. Where are we at the moment? Just to give us an idea. So 13th. So right now, as things stand, we will be getting 15, nearly 16 million pounds in the bank for our Premier League finish. Again, higher we can get, the better. Now, interestingly, we have stayed up. Rowney is injured, unfortunately for him. We'll send our assistant to that while we look at this. Oh, that's a lot of money gone out. Amrabat, Williams, Breach has got as well. Velasco, Ike, Casper, Sam Reed have all got relegation bonuses or surviving relegation bonuses. But that's okay, though. I'm not too disappointed with that. People are looking at Gabri's here. Looking at Velasco's potential Spanish call-up. That'd be lovely. It's international tournament year, viewers. I would love to see him get a call-up. That'd be great. But we've done it. We have survived the Premier League with... I'll very quickly show you before you play our game against Southampton, but, wage-wise, this is daft. Just move my face, Benny Boy, so they can see this. Look at that. 16.5 million. The next highest, 37. The gap then, it's a 52. And, we're some way off top of the tree. Manchester United on 254. We've had a good year, folks. I'm going to call it now. When you look at the pre-season odds, come on now. This was daft, wasn't it? They got this wrong. Right, I'll see you in week 4, Southampton. Let's give Lewis Taylor a chance instead. Right, viewers, welcome back. Just making a defensive change in the middle. I think we're going to keep everything else the same. Southampton are a side that I think we can get at and can beat. So we're going to see if we can execute that today then. Reed will be in goal, of course. Ike Patterson, Taylor, Pierre, Velasco, Jimenez, Williams, Rowney one side, some of the other, and Ben Hur up front. Welcome back to Amrabat on the bench. He's going to be there after getting 225 grand or whatever it was for surviving in the Premier League. Despite the fact he's been moody all season. Interestingly, now I've survived in the Premier League. Does Ben Hur, there's another negative, new one, struggling to connect with Amrabat. Can you believe it? There's always that vague hope that he'll say yes. All right, let's start attacking. Let's start fluid. I want to see if we can try and keep the ball. We were moving it really nicely. I noticed. We went more defensive. We were moving it a lot nicer. If we can have some more phases of play, continue to move the ball, then you never know. We might just pull something off. We were retaining possession in that system as well. Then, so obviously there are a few changes. But let's see. Southampton, a team we can maybe get at. It should be said for Southampton. They've had a really consistent. Well, let's very quickly look at them. Very consistent time in the Premier League throughout all of the save so far. Oh no, actually no. Did they get relegated? Sorry, they got relegated once and came back up, but have stayed there the rest of the time. And as I say, I've been in the last few years at least, it's been a really solid Premier League side, mid-table all the time. This year, 7th, having a really good year. Highest finish before that was 7th, so they're matching that as things stand. A win for us today. We were talking about the money, right? This could be huge for us if we can win these last few games. We play some of the relegation fodder. Should be known as well that Everton look like they might go down as we've got a free kick. Williams in acres of space. Oh, it finds its way in, deflects in. The shot I think was going wide, but regardless of that, for 6 minutes gone, Thames 1, Southampton 0, and the perfect start, the dream start for us. Also, I find that if you score a goal that is an own goal, that player's confidence for the rest of the game absolutely shot. Sommer now could have a right time of it, because their left back was the one that scored the own goal. As Ben Hur on the edge finds Jimenez. We're starting the game very brightly, although that is cleared, and Patterson does quite well on the clean-up. And now, what I'd like to see here is Reed quickly give it out wide to Ike, and he does so eventually, not quickly, but he does give him the ball into Sommer, finds Williams, great delivery from him to Ben Hur. Oh, Benny Hur! Oh my, you don't see that very often on Football Manager, but I enjoyed it immensely. Really quick, decisive passing. The ball out to Ike was fantastic from Reed at the back, and then into Sommer, and it's these passes here. This ball from Williams there, look at that, and Ben Hur, the composure of a man that knows what he is. Great finish, 2-0, 10 minutes gone. A fantastic performance so far. At home, even against sides around sort of 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, we've always been competitive. As I'm sure what I've said there is about to shoot me in the foot. No, they shoot wide. But again, we've been really good against those sides. It's just the top 6 have battered me, consistently battered me. And basically every team, no, I've not won a game away from home, so that says a lot, as well as Southampton go close. But up to 11th, and we at this stage, right, we could potentially finish maybe 9th, 8th. To get top half would be pretty ridiculous, as Ike's on it now, finds Velasco, and I think the fear is that we'll finish too high this year, and second season syndrome will set in, and we won't be as competitive. But all we've got to really do is stay good at home and improve our away form, and we'll be a decent side. We've got some possession here, though. Back into Velasco, who's looked really good, actually, even in this episode. I mean, considering we got battered last game. Rowney's in now. Should have made it 3. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. As Southampton, a bit of possession. Plays it to Langford on this side. If he can nab it back off them. A good pass out to the number 9, though, who shot on goal. He's well saved. I'm not sure if it's the post or is saved. Either way, it's still 2-0. You can see, though, I've actually lost 15 games. I don't know if you saw that. 15 games lost, 12-1. So on average, I mean, our position makes sense, right? Ben-Hur on a mazy dribble finds Williams. This could be 3. I mean, what a goal that is! The run from Ben-Hur was sensational. The finish, it's 10th of the season. That's why he was brought in to score goals. People said he's not enough of a playmaker, and you're absolutely right. He's not enough of a playmaker for my liking, despite the fact he got an assist earlier on. That run from Ben-Hur, by the way, is majestic. But this is why he's in the team. That finishing ability, not just relying on Ben-Hur, but the players around him. And Williams, as I say, 10th league goal of the season. That is just what I wanted when I signed him. Of course, if he could have evolved into a playmaker this season, that'd have been great. But goals, that's what I wanted. Jimenez, Ben-Hur, it could have been a penalty, but it's cleared. We're basically Man Citying Thames here, but we're doing it with Thames against Southampton as Ben-Hur finds Ike, who finds Velasco in acres of space. Williams and Ike combine again. Rowney, Ben-Hur, that would have been a great goal, wouldn't it? Again, playing on fluid, we just seem to be having a few more phases, which I like. Oh, it's that dangerous ball. No, we're good. Rowney, left side. Still chance before half-time arrives as Ben-Hur combines with Jimenez, who finds Sommer, who finds the back of the net. 4-0 to Thames in this first half. Sensational football too. Our ability to keep the ball under pressure here was just fantastic. Ben-Hur especially. That first touch there, plays it round the defender, gets it back into Jimenez, who plays the ball to Sommer, whose second touch he has there, bangs it into the back of the net. 4-0 at half-time. Let's take our foot off the gas, boys. I would say this is good for the goal difference as Patterson gets injured. Not good at all. Amabak is on the bench, not fully fit, but at 4-0, I can risk him. That is a shame, actually. That could be his time at Thames over, actually. He's a very good defender, arguably as good as anything West Ham have got. This might be his final appearance, so a bit sad now. Very pleased with the performance, though. Get out there. Do it all again. Come on, boys. More goals, please. I don't think we've got 5 in a Premier League game this season. I can't remember. We've got 4 a couple of times, but 5 I'm not so sure, as Williams looks for Ben-Hur, providing... Oh, it should have been 5 there. I'm just very quickly going to check to see if we've scored 5. No, 4s. Loads of 4s and a 9-0 and a friendly, but loads of 4s, no 5s. This could be the first time. I mean, their keeper's on a 4.6. 4 points. Just shoot. It's a corner to Southampton, though. Played in and headed away, is it? Yes, we're safe. It's fine. Oh, Southampton get it in the centre, though. He's in acres of space and he's offside. It's just not Southampton's day, is it? Oh, it's been disallowed. Look. We're actually going to make a change in the middle. Both playing very well, but I'm going to bring on Ronaldo Skeet. In this sort of game, I can give him quite a lot of minutes in the Premier League, and he needs those minutes to progress as a player, I feel like. Time is ticking away. We seem to have taken our foot off the gas a little bit, but this is why we play attacking. It's against these lesser sides, especially at home, we just create chances. And Skeet's on it now. First touch after coming on. Plays it to Williams, who loses out actually. And Amabak is kind of beaten, but we do all right. Taylor covers and gets it back. Ben-Hur on it now as the midfield starts to roam forward. That wasn't very good from us, though. And now Southampton with a chance to get a consolation goal, much like we did in the last game. And there's Wagstaff with it. Mikey Wagstaff. He's lost a bet there, hasn't he? His friends have made him have that name. Mikey Wagstaff. My word. If any of the Wagstaff family are watching, apologies, but it's quite funny. Wagstaff's in again here. I should stop taking the mick. He's missed, though. Ball over the top, and Wagstaff's in again here. What a moment for him. To score again? Oh, my word. Okay, we're shutting up shop. We're going defensive. We're shutting this down. All right, 10 minutes to go. 4-2 in the lead. Looking good. Can we seal it here? Just see it out? It looks like we're going to. Right then, 5 seconds to go as Armback makes a great tackle, last ditch tackle as well. It goes over the top of everybody. I think the referee might be calling it very soon as the ball goes out. Yes, 4-2, great win for us. Again, still aren't scoring 5, that's a bit annoying. Actually, you say, really special lads, no one gives us a chance. So today then, survival. It's been done. We remain in the Premier League. It's all about the finish now. Next episode, I think, will be the final game of the season, as well as a review of everything that happened this year. But hopefully you've enjoyed our first season in the Premier League. If you have, do drop a like. If you want to see some more, subscribe to the channel. And from me, to Benji. Until next time, I'll see you again very, very soon. Goodbye.